Schwarzenegger deserved to win in 1980. Not even close.
They run it, so I guess
I still see problems, Bill. But of course, my experience was back then in 1980.
Right.
I saw that Arnold was the IFBB as he wanted to be. And that particular day in Sydney, Australia, the day of the Olympia, he was the IFBB.
Mm-hmm.
I had been given to believe prior to that Ben Weider was the president of the IFBB, and beyond that, he prided himself on being a stern, strong president. But on that particular day in 1980, he took a distant backseat to Arnold. Arnold seemed to be running things. He could have it any way he wanted.
Because I'm a stud. I'm ballsy. I don't take no shit from anyone. I don't have to find a hideout place like you.
I've lost contests before. I never raised a fuss. But that particular contest was so clearly fixed that every other competitor and many of the fans in the audience raised a fuss. And I get sick and tired of hearing people bring up the idea that, well, bodybuilding is subjective. So who are you to say that contests are fixed? That is not true. Anything that exists in reality can be viewed, judged objectively. There are objective criteria for judging bodybuilders. It's interesting, at the 1980 Olympia, the only people who saw Arnold as the winner were the 7 judges and his closest friends. None of the other competitors saw him as the winner. None of the audience, or very few, only those that were his friends. When Dorian Yates won the Mr. Olympia a couple weeks ago in Atlanta, Georgia, everybody, all of the audience, all of the judges, all of the competitors, without a single exception, saw that Dorian Yates was the winner. If it was subjective, why didn't somebody say the guy who placed last was the winner? There are objective criteria, without a doubt. Bodybuilding is not subjective. When it's very, very close, you might haggle over one guy having a little bit more size versus the other guy having a little bit more definition, but those are still objective criteria. If you want to compete, then just be warned beforehand. There's a lot of politics, and by politics I mean corruption. Without a doubt. If you recognize that and you still want to do it, you've got my best wishes.
We had to fly to, we flew to Australia, and we get there in the back, and we have a meeting. And at that time, they decided to drop the under and over 200 or something. Yeah. I don't know what it was. There was a meeting because I wasn't paying attention. And then Mike said, well, why are we doing that? I mean, they've done it this way for a long time. Now you guys are changing the Olympia for you. And then Arnold said to him, well, something of this nature. He said something like, well, we can't help it that your belly was sticking out because you ate too much or something like that.
Right, right.
And so Mike almost charged over, and then Waller stepped in between.
Waller stepped in between? Yeah, I seen the picture with Mike.
I calmed down.
Yeah.
But that's what truly happened. I mean, everybody will deny it, but Arnold ended up winning the show. For me, I always said, look, was it the Arnold we're used to? No, but it was enough to win.
It was enough to win.
In my eyes, it was enough for Arnold to win. It wasn't the best of Arnold. For me, that show, as controversial as it was, you know, I'm saying, was he perfect? No, but it was just enough to win.
In films, whenever you see a camera around, you always do like this. To make the trauma build up a little bit.
To show there's over 100 pounds?
That's right. There's a 10-pound plate, but you must make it sound like it was 1,000 pounds.
So everybody thinks you're
macho.
Arnold Schwarzenegger's favorite concrete bound concept. Just keep trying. Just sweat. Don't ever give up, and eventually you'll succeed. You know how many people have failed with that idea? I don't care how special your mommy thinks you are, how long you pray to God at night. It's the laws of nature that dictate the training causes that must be enacted to achieve your goals. Neither a wish, a whim, a hope, a dream, a wish, or desire.
I'm a strong believer also in the Western philosophy of conquering, of achieving, of climbing, of getting higher and higher to the top and all those things. Because that's, in my opinion, what life is all about, is living rich rather than just existing and just wasting away your life, since we only have one.